Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hervey's Eczema Podcast.
Ooh,
Yay!
episode 3.
No.
Oh, it's
Episode 4.
episode.
This episode should be episode 4 lah.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can squeeze all in an episode.
For this episode, we're talking about 10 unexpected irritants that may cause eczema. Actually, what we mean by irritants is because it's just something that itches your skin. What we mean here actually for today's episode is talking about house things or even what normal situations that you may actually cause eczema. Right. Actually, eczema. Can you get at any age on it, Harper?
Yeah, it can be any age, but the onset typically, usually some people get it during childhood time, like during baby period when your immune system is not that strong, or during childhood period, like maybe 3 to 8 or 9 years old, when you play a lot and sweat a lot. And we all know that sweat is a major irritant. Listen to episode 1. We talk about it for an hour about that. Sweat can be a major irritant for eczema lah, because like during childhood time we all play, right?
Yeah,
it's
we
a
don't care
normal development activity to do. If you don't play, then it's like what's the purpose of childhood lah? And some after childhood time, some people might get it during adulthood period, and usually women are more prone to eczema during adulthood period. I suspect it's due to we get in touch with a lot of cosmetic or skincare more than men.
I think because men, we all play in the mud, not we put mud, but then not the makeup.
Yeah. And I think also we get in touch with a lot more detergent than men, because in the traditional family, women still do majority of the household chores. But then after elderly time, it becomes like both women and men get the similar
Symptoms, is it?
risk or likelihood to get eczema. But this particular group with hypertension, diabetes, they are more likely to get it because of blood circulation and fluid circulation in their body. Yeah.
So let's get back into the topic. Even though we're talking about age, so for people that may not know, like what she mentioned just now, talking about age, as we get older, even if you may not have eczema or even when you were a childhood, you may get it when you get older.
Because our collagen production actually decrease as we age. And collagen is a very important skin barrier, part of the very important skin barrier. So if you don't have sufficient collagen, your skin might get drier and broken very easily.
Wait, collagen is in what food already? I forgot. Egg whites, is it? Is it?
Collagen, even if you eat and a lot of collagen every day, right?
Not enough.
To be very honest our body can't absorb it.
Oh.
So those skincare, they say they can like boost your collagen production. Yeah, they
Not
are
really
good.
trusted us.
Yeah, no. Don't sue us, but it's all bullshit.
Okay. What we've talked about is that when you get to a certain age, overexposure to certain things what we're gonna be talking about today For the first is bed sheet. I know some people don't like to wash bed sheet. I can say myself also.
Because washing bed sheet very troublesome, so bulky, and need to pull everything out and change it.
Yeah, because one thing is all bed sheet, it might shrink also if you wash differently.
Yeah, true. And some bacteria or the textile of certain bed sheet, right? You need a very delicate care to it. You need to use certain detergent, or you need to use like special program of the washing machine to wash it. Very troublesome.
I've also did some. Okay, talking about that is we went through did some research about bed sheets. Actually, bed sheets, if you don't wash, some bacteria, like what you say, bacteria or even detergent specific to wash it, right? Actually, if you don't wash, bacteria also will grow on it. That's what may cause eczema is the thing that what we've been talking in the first episode, which is sweat lah. Bacteria likes to grow in wet and damp places. So bed sheet. Some people like me myself lah. I can feel I sweat when I wake up lah. So meaning I sweat during my sleep lah.
Even if you don't feel your sweat during your wake up, you still sweat. And you shed a lot of your skin cell during sleep.
So bacteria will rather stick on those, and then when you sleep on the same spot every time, those will stick back to you and cause you to actually hurt your skin barrier.
Dust mite also, a lot of dust mite will like bed sheet or mattress. And dust mite is a very, very common trigger for eczema. So you really have to wash your bed sheet. Think at least a few weeks a day, once.
A few weeks a day.
A few days once, sorry. Few days once or a few weeks. Depends on how sensitive your skin is. For me, it's like 2 weeks must wash.
So, but still, for anyone that don't wash bed sheet, you better wash right now. As if you don't wash now, you may get eczema when you get into a certain age already.
So the unexpected irritants number 2 is environmental
Surroundings.
Surroundings. So there's a very popular hypothesis of eczema, as in onset of eczema, is that if you grow up in a kampong, you are less likely to get eczema.
What is that?
Because when you play with mud, right? The dirt inside or the bacteria inside the mud will help you to build a stronger immune system. So as you grow up, the immune system will protect you from skin infection or skin disease. We call it hygiene hypothesis. The more hygiene you stay in the environment, the higher the likelihood you will grow eczema. You will have eczema when you grow up. That's very interesting, is it? When you compare between kampong and rural area, like if you grow up in a city area, you are more likely to get eczema. And if your parents or your mother or your caregivers are someone who is like a bit OCD, want everything to be clean, unfortunately, it will cause you to have higher likelihood of eczema.
When you're getting older.
Yes. It's very interesting, these hypotheses. When I read about it, right, I feel like, this is like counter-interacting with what we know. We thought like if we keep everything very clean, then we are safe from it. But unfortunately, it's not. And I have seen quite many research study back this hypothesis. Even though they still say it's a hypothesis, they don't say it's a theory or confirm it. It's like this hypothesis is confirmed.
Because for everyone it's different also, right?
Yes. But they see the very clear trend about it. Not just eczema, also asthma. Asthma.
Oh, even clean places also is the reason that may cause.
But of course, not to say like if you keep your house very dirty, then your kids or your son will be safe from eczema. Not like that, but it's the nature dirty mud, not dust. Will actually protect them from this all the allergy reaction. It's very interesting. But actually, how you differentiate between nature mud and dust, that's also a debate. But they see a very clear comparison in prevalence or percentage of kids growing up in kampong and rural area in terms of their eczema and asthma and all other allergic reactions.
Maybe that's why I think by some older generation, I think that's why they have older skin, because they actually grew up inside towards the kampong area. Meanwhile, we had to grow up in like city areas.
And more people moving to city. So I don't know how.
Bring on. We have to go drive up there just to bring mud come down.
And in the past 2 years, because of COVID, right, we use a lot of hand sanitizer, alcohol to sanitize all the place, and we can see very clearly that there's an increasing trend of eczema.
Or maybe
even,
like nowadays would be more increased. There's increase.
We are more aware of, we want to kill every germs or bacteria in our surroundings, right? But unfortunately also kill our skin or immune system in some point.
Back to that, I think is it is every mode actually healthy or no? Actually, because when you right now we're encouraging people to actually go out to play. Later they worry if they actually touch this for too long will actually cause eczema also or not.
I think as long as it's a nature soil, it's okay. But if you bring your kids to playground inside a shopping mall or supermarket, then you probably won't get the protection effect.
Oh, the grass the grass.
But if you bring them to a taman or bring them to any garden that with exposure to some sunlight and some nature soil and mud, then that should be a protective effect over there.
Okay. All right. For the next irritant we'll be talking about, which is skin irritants. Skin irritants is what we mean by that is the soaps or detergent, the things that you would use to wash your use on your body lah. Because we've been talking using soap. Even just now we have mentioned women skin getting higher risk for eczema because their exposure towards detergent lah.
We discussed about this, about different ingredient in soap or detergent. Which one is like to have a higher correlation to trigger eczema in a lot of detergent and soap lah. One is SLS.
What we've mentioned for
sodium lauryl sulfate, and another one is propylene glycol. I just bought one that got
actually mentions
2 ingredients inside. I think also got perfume and currant inside. Got a lot of bad things. No perfume, but got coloring. Coloring and propylene glycol and SLS. SLS the second ingredient. And actually when I went to Guardian just now, right, I saw a lot of different brand shower gel. They all have the similar formulation. Like water, then the first ingredient is water lah. A lot of shower gel is like that. Even ours also. Water, no choice. To maintain the liquid
Safety
form of it. Yeah. The first ingredient water, then after that is SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate. So if you have sensitive skin or eczema, you really need to read the ingredient list to at least prevent from using those shower gel with SLS, which is sodium lauryl sulfate and propylene glycol. These two are very common
to avoid lah.
Common must avoid if you have eczema.
What recommendation do you have actually what kind of soap would you recommend?
I recommend those nature organic handmade soap. The best option is the one in bar soap. It's in bar form. But that one is quite difficult to carry around, to be very honest. It's very difficult to carry around, but it's the best option. They only use plant oil and lye. And to make a bar soap, right, it's easier to make it without preservative. So it's like less likelihood to trigger eczema, etc. Like ours. This one is free from any preservative, just plant oil and lye only. And this one also is a liquid soap, but it's a liquid, right, with water inside. So to maintain the safety of the product, we add in some food grade preservative, 0.5% only. And this food grade preservative, you can even find it in your Nescafe, Milo, or anything that you eat on a daily basis.
It's safe to eat lah, consumer.
But we don't recommend you swallow it lah. Even if you are very hungry, right?
I haven't asked already. Can eat one
cannot eat. But it's a food grade preservative because we scared if we add in other chemical or industrialized form of preservative, it might trigger eczema.
Because it's more common to see seen.
Because those preservatives usually are harsher, and they are not meant to be used on sensitive skin. So we only add in food grade. We don't choose paraffin because paraffin is the standard to be added, standard of preservative to be added in all the skincare. But paraffin, we also know that is a very common ingredient to trigger eczema.
It's also another.
And it will actually affect our hormone, especially for women. It will make us infertile. And a likelihood of breast cancer.
It's used, that kind of ingredient is used in.
But there isn't a conclusive conclusion to this yet, but some researchers to found some
There's some connection points between that.
connection point to it. But skincare is a very big industry. Like just like pharmaceutical industry is a very complicated and complicated
Very complicated.
industry, and a lot of money and power involved inside. Just like oil and gas and electricity. So
This one more personal, so I don't have to think so much.
yeah, it's more philosophical discussion. So yeah.
Right. For the next one is animal fur as an irritant. Because I know some people, you can say you guys are. I've seen movies of people saying like, oh, they're allergic to cat's fur that makes them sneeze. Those are actually, I think, if I'm not wrong, towards the article I found, it says it's like a nose eczema. Is it actually true? Consider that.
Not just nose eczema. I have done food allergies. Well, not food allergies, allergies test last year, December, around that time. I shared it on Instagram Reels also about my journey and my experience. And in that allergies test, different fur and hair by different animal, they
also
included. Yes.
Oh.
Cats lah, lizard lah, dogs lah, mice lah, all got. I'm not allergic to any of it lah.
But there's actually even food allergy tests. Oh.
Because in our surroundings, right, we can't avoid there's a dogs maybe nearby you, but to some people, the hair of the dogs might actually trigger asthma or something like eczema, something like that. So yeah, they also include it as a part of the test.
Food test.
Very interesting, right? And dust mite is a very big group. They include different kind of dust mite also. Yeah, I should share my allergy result.
I mean, we can talk about here also.
Fortunately, I'm not allergic to anything. That's very fortunate. I can eat anything. And there's a scale from 1 to 6. Every of my allergens
lowest point or
is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So the test supposedly to be very, very sensitive, as in if you have a slight reaction to certain allergen, they already will go to 6. It's very, very sensitive one. But I don't know, my immune system is okay with everything.
Good lah.
Good.
Very
I
good.
can enjoy my seafood because I really like seafood.
Yeah, kasihan. People come here Malaysia, or even Malaysian itself also, I think. Yeah.
Oh, there's also tests against like chili lah, peanut lah, cucumber.
I mean, peanut, I've heard like chili, cucumber.
No, they also include that. So if you're allergic to this, imagine you can't eat nasi lemak anymore. Oh my god, my saliva.
Talking about saliva, actually, I think animal fur also actually mentioned in the article. Animal saliva and even their urine can actually cause.
Yes.
eczema.
Oh yeah, for cat, right? They separate into hair, fur or hair, maybe a group lah. Then saliva and then pee.
Oh.
Urine, they say urine. Urine.
More scientific one.
Urine. Yeah. I think it's because the protein of their particles might trigger our immune system to react in a certain way. Actually, it's a protein problem. So for food also the same. We usually only allergic to those protein-based food like peanut, beef, chicken, tofu. Tofu is soy lah.
Yeah,
usually it's protein. So I think it's the chemical structure of the protein that actually triggers certain reaction in our immune system problem.
So even nutrition alone or the protein also can cause.
Yeah.
For the fifth irritants, this is pointing more towards people who love to wear jewelries. Not to actually point fingers, but this is a reminder for people that likes to wear. Mine, I take off already. More like earring. I got one here.
Earring is like bra to me. I can't go out without earrings.
I mean, if you used to it, then okay.
Oh my god!
that one was so natural. There's actually a studies you guys, we will put a link down below for you guys to actually check out the article. It was published by Public Meds and it was written by Yoko Yoshihisa and some other researchers that actually mentions that they've done studies about metal, the relation between metal and contact dermatitis, which is eczema.
Is a researcher a dermatologist?
It doesn't say it's apparently. Sadly, I
Yeah.
didn't really went out through the article. It's just the abstract of it.
I think so lah. I think so lah. Not a lot of doctors or researchers from other field they will do this kind of research.
It will take too much.
Yeah, it will take too much of time and.
Right. Following into that, I think some of you guys, or even we can try to find a video about the TikTok videos of people using the gold rings or even gold jewelry, rubbing on the head, or even on the hands like here, and there's a black line coming out. Actually, people may say it's been proven by some doctors also lah. We will leave an article down below for you guys to read. Actually, it's not due to iron deficiency. It's been proven already lah. Actually, but it may be some sort of eczema. Actually, somehow I also don't know.
If you rub against your forehead, there's a rash,
No, not rash. There's a black line coming out.
black line. So that means you have allergy to gold, and it might trigger your eczema. Is it like this?
Yes, but a lot of those TikTok people, they would say how to actually test iron deficiency.
Oh, so it's not about iron deficiency,
No,
but
no,
it's
no,
about
actually,
eczema.
yes, I think some people actually have seen this video because I've seen it myself as well lah. Then it was an old thing. Then it became suddenly this past. I seen it again, but then when we actually made for this episode, went through deep into more about metal. Actually, no, gold doesn't detect your iron deficiency, but it may be a reason of you actually being allergic towards metal.
Ooh, okay.
Sensitive.
Metal itself, the
Yes.
whole group of it, lah, regardless
Some
of like gold, silver.
Yeah. Overexposure lah. So talking about that also, actually if for people with actually dentists, like I mean they wear braces.
Ooh, braces. Some braces are metal.
Yeah, not titanium lah. Titanium alloy they call it. Then look through also.
I wore braces before. My lips are okay, but I do know some of my friends get very bad lip eczema.
You actually
When I think back, it's actually a eczema. It's not just dry or cracked lips. It's like the whole lip is, I think, a bit swelling also. But teeth are so important for aesthetic purpose, right? So they tahan it lor. And I know some dentists also prescribe some vitamin E oil to apply on your lips, saying that it will prevent you from getting ulcer. Also from broken lips.
I mean at least the dentists they
The
actually
dentists know there's a link between your lips condition and braces that you wear. But now got so many invisible option right there. Out there is like far more cheaper than the metal. But some dentists still prefer doing metal form.
because it directly forces your mouth to actually.
It's faster and more stable lah. Since so many years I've been like taking off my braces, my teeth is still the same.
I mean it works lah.
Yeah, it works.
Actually, about the braces, not the metal, is the nickel inside actually. Yeah, nickel also is one of, as it's a very common metal. Even you may not be able to see it, but it's very common inside our environment lah. So the nickel in the braces is what actually is causing the eczema.
Since during my high school time, I joined a school band, as in those school band that do marching.
Brasses too. Bringing brasses.
Yes. I do have some friends that cannot play brass band, brass wind. There's trumpet lah, trombone lah, tuba or French horn, because they can't touch the instrument itself.
Oh, they
allergic to it.
they know it themselves also.
Maybe after they try a while first, then after a while they cannot do it because the hands lah, the lips lah, because the whole thing is metal, right? Some is in like, some is nickel or some is, I don't know lah what kind
of metal, but then actually
some is like stainless steel, but they coat it in another material to make it do like
more durable.
They can't play brass wind because of all the allergy to it.
Then they join.
They will play woodwind, like clarinet. Oh, they can't even play flute because flute is also the whole thing is metal. I'm woodwind because of my teeth condition during that time. I can't play brass wind because my teeth wasn't that fit enough to to play the mouthpiece on my lips like ooh, like that. But my whole family also joined
How did
brass
you,
band,
you
and
you had a brass orchestra in the background?
I have an orchestra in my family. You can say.
Mm.
Yeah. All my brothers, one of my brother play trombone, one of my brother play French horn, and my sister can play trumpet very, very well. They are very talented lah. I'm the hardworking type. Practice.
It's okay. Hard works what matters.
Yeah. But I'm one of the few bassoonists in the country. Lah. Bassoon. You don't know instrument, right? Because it's so expensive. So not a lot of band can afford it.
Oh.
When I in my high school is still very fortunate enough to have a very rich family to support the band.
Oh. Bassoon.
Bassoon, Bassoon. You can see it in MPO lah. MPO, MPYO. Those big orchestra, they usually have it. But in typical school band, they don't have this kind of instrument. This instrument because it's too expensive. I remember the one I hold worth 40K. Imagine a 40K you always in your hand, and if you knock it with a hole, oh you 40K gone.
Is it like this actually?
No,
Not this,
bassoon. This is a tuba or euphonium.
Bassoon also.
No. Bassoon is a red color violin.
Oh. I mean, we leave a picture down below. You can see later.
Yeah, this one. It's a very tall instrument, so you need to have a certain body physique to play it.
Oh.
And the holes between the keyholes is the finger holes, we call it, is very wide apart. So you need to have a slightly bigger hand or slightly longer finger to play also.
I think a picture of Snoop Dogg. You can see we put it here. It's actually quite big. Because if some people may know, Snoop Dogg is actually quite a very big person also.
Yeah, it's longer than 1 meter, 1.2 meter, I think. So every time when we assemble, right, I will just put it under my chin and hold it like that. It just ngam like that. Yeah, it's more than 1 meter, definitely, because my head is just like 20 to 30 cm, 20 cm, 25 cm. And I'm 1.6.
Back to, next one is gloves, actually. Yeah. I know I've heard from some friends when I was younger, we will hear parents, not to say anyone out, some parents actually ask the kids, if you want to touch you want to play or touch, remember to wear gloves.
Not every kind of gloves. It's in different material makes a difference. It's in those rubber or latex or plastic one, more likely to trigger hand eczema. But cotton one can protect yourself from eczema.
Or cotton can?
That's the tips lah. We apply a thick layer of our balm. If you have eczema, very serious eczema or broken skin like that,
but you still have to wear gloves to wash.
Apply this, then apply a thick layer, then you wear glove and then you sleep. Because during night time, some people with eczema, because they feel itchy, they will just scratch. Then they don't know it. And when they wake up, right, they see the things with a lot of bloods or a lot of skin broken. But these are unconscious action that you can't control when you sleep. So, but if you wear a glove, at least you can protect your skin from your nails. Yeah, you might still scratch, but cotton is like not that hard or on your skin.
Or natural also, because we all even said we recommend buying like cotton clothes to wear also, because
and cotton is breathable. Since got a lot of holes on it. Yeah, you will not trap sweat inside your hands, inside the
may even worsen because of the sweat.
Yeah. For those latex or rubber gloves, when you buy it, right, you take like a powder layer of it. You feel it's like a bit powdery one. The powder usually is cornstarch. And some people allergic to cornstarch
itself also.
Yeah. So very interesting lah. And you see a lot of like doctors or nurses, they have hand eczema. Because they standardize a lot and wear gloves all the time
So doctor, don't feel down if your skin condition worse is because of your work so
you save people and that's very.
When there's a good thing, there's a bad thing coming in.
Occupational hazard.
No choice.
Like us always speaking, you see my throat also like dying. Irritant number 7. Candle and air freshener. Hair freshen or anything scent related. Can be perfume or some essential oils or something that is nice in smell.
Smelling.
We have discussed it very
Lengthy.
deeply
Last episode.
last two episodes about scent, which give us a lot of good feeling, but unfortunately, it cause hurt to our skin and our body also. Because most of the perfume are chemical based, and it might trigger certain kind of reaction inside our body, although we feel good after smelling to it. But during MCO time, right, I bought a lot. Even myself bought a lot. How
Now
can we stop our audience or customer from buying it?
I don't think can stop, but can only recommend to not buy as much.
Even now, I still buy.
You finished already this episode also.
Because good, right? Smell good, right?
Yeah.
See, when you put inside the toilet and when you shower, you can smell something nice. You feel you are in Bali, vacation mode.
I cannot relate.
You cannot relate, but a lot of girls still can
Maybe I've
relate.
seen movies people doing it. I've never seen myself
Yeah,
actually.
lit on a candle,
Then
then
only
you
bath.
go to a bath or bubble bath or hot and warm. That kind of feeling, damn nice.
I don't know. I love cool water baths.
There is a very popular candles and home and living store that start to open up a lot of stores around Klang Valley called Huga.
Oh, not just Clang. Here also have
Klang Valley. Klang Valley. I think during the SEO time, they are doing very, very well because a lot of people like me want to enjoy time, self-isolation. That's why we like a lot of candles and air freshener.
Because I remember there's one Mid Valley, is it? Mid Valley.
Yeah, Mid Valley got Sunway Velocity also have, and One Utama also have. At first, they only have at One Utama next to Akemi.
Oh.
Akemi is a bedsheet company. Apparently, they are sisters company sisters brands. That's why they always open next to each other. One is black color, one is white color. So they can target different kind of customer.
But those two things also can cause eczema.
Yeah. Okay, inside the shop, everything can be related to your eczema. Even the towel they sell.
So?
Towel?
Or material.
They sell towel.
Yeah, I've seen.
Bed sheet, they have a very signature bacteria. But unfortunately, that bacteria is with a lot of polyester.
Synthetic.
Polyester is synthetic and highly related to eczema or sensitive skin. And it's not cheap. It's not cheap. Therefore, 500 ringgit for king size.
Oh, I only seen like the air freshener only.
Air freshener. Yeah, they have a lot of scents. From flower lah, citrus lah, orange, mandarin to some.
I think now they're rustic because they think that time I checked through, seen through with some of my friends, they changed like the line up already also.
They always change it like a few months. When you go there, right? You have entire new line of scents.
Oh,
even during Christmas, they have a very Christmas focused theme fragrances.
Okay.
But unfortunately, you need to be very, very careful if you have sensitive skin or asthma towards everything inside the shop. Bedsheet, towel, to a lot of things.
So if you started if you're listening to this and it's like you still want to buy Huga, if you start realizing your skin might have any irritations, and you may know what's the reason right now lah. Or even for anyone that's been using newly used Huga but seen irritations.
Not just Huga lah, any fragrances lah. If you started using any perfume from any like Joe Malone or
do be careful lah.
Do be careful lah. And they are very, very highly related to your sensitive skin condition.
Or even may cause sensitive.
My trigger, my cause related. Whatever lah, that's a word.
So that's also one thing lah. Like why shops to add on to that. You like the smell, but I think that's also why shops will actually put testers out, not just to let a person choose what's your favorite smell like that, but actually to let you even smell what you may actually be allergic towards. Not even allergic, not you allergic, but may your body comes out with showing skin irritations.
Sniff first before you buy.
That's why testers.
Yeah,
True. I've seen a few shops also, like they will let you like bring home to try out like sample
Oh
testers.
yeah.
Because like you smell, you can smell, but then you may not know what's the long term side effect also. On towards the next irritant suite should be about food allergies. Like what we've been talking also just now about like what she mentioned, the food allergy test lah. Food allergy actually may not just some studies this is not actually confirmed or even has been declined, is that food allergy may cause you to have eczema, meaning your food allergy alone, you may be allergic to some foods that actually not just may cause for some people nuts, they call it what like any like mean people allergic to nuts, like being allergic.
There's
Like,
a label to it. Nuts allergies people.
yeah, like some shock, I forgot what's it called.
There's a specific label to it lah.
Yeah, some
They
they
are so
would
stereotypical
like
one.
no like for that they can be so allergic.
Like vegetarian.
No, they can be so allergic they actually will go into anaphylactic shock.
Oh.
So yeah, your skin may end up turning that way also lah. If you actually food early and you may cause eczema.
Oh, but recently, right, I read a research article. I forgot what journals of it. I think it's a Journal of Dermatology or a Journal of Allergies. Yeah, I always read these kind of journals like out of fun.
For fun, I
For fun,
cannot.
yeah. Hey, you can learn a lot of things.
I
Yeah,
can learn,
you
but
can learn a lot of
I
things.
cannot know.
I think the research also done by Dr. Smorota, the researcher that I mentioned a lot during episode 1. Yeah, his research is always about eczema and sweat and food and a lot of things lah. Yeah, I think it's led by him at Nagasaki University. I think lah, if my memory is not mistaken. Yeah, he also mentioned in that research lah, he mentioned about there's a possibility because your skin is broken. That's why bacteria or virus can go into your bloodstream, into your gut from a skin wound. So it's not like food allergy causing eczema, but eczema causing food allergy and food allergy causing eczema again. So it's like a cycle. So the direction isn't clear, but it can be the other way around or come again. Just repeat again like that. So there isn't a clear conclusion in the dermatology world yet. There isn't just like root cause of eczema. No one knows.
It just happens.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me when I go to during bazaar lah, or go to pharmacy to visit our pharmacies, right? A lot of them ask me like, what actually is the root cause of eczema? To be very honest, no one knows. Everyone is different, I would say. Just like mental disorder. What's the root cause of it? What's the reason of depression? I don't know. Everyone is different. Some is like
differently.
some is by genetic lah, some because of stress lah, some because of combination of both lah, some because of like a sudden event in the life lah. No one knows, really. No one knows.
It just happens.
Yeah.
And connecting towards what you're talking just now, the open wounds actually even like what you said, even open wounds can actually be a cause for eczema also. I know some people I don't know who and I can say myself also I sometimes don't leave I don't bother my scar, as in I would see a cut, I just don't care because it's just a small cut but actually small cuts, and even what we've been talking for the past 3 to 4 episodes is that bacteria likes to go for wet places, and then when you see a scar, you of course see wetness because of the blood.
But you're still young, so your skin wound
The immune system,
can heal very easily. But imagine, right, if an elderly with diabetes and accidentally cut his skin, cut his or her skin, and if you have diabetes, we all know that it's very hard to heal the wound, and the skin area might become like very
Might
serious.
worsen,
Might worsen over time, and it might trigger other form of condition.
Recommendations for anyone: do get even if it's a small cut, people you may hear like your parents, even family or even girlfriends warning you, please do like put on a bandage. Don't act like you're manly or don't try to be bold lah. Do cover up to avoid long-term effects lah.
True. Wear glove lah when you do something. Get in touch with chemical.
Wearing glove
Glove lah.
Hello,
when you're doing things lah, but don't
Don't wear too long.
don't wear too long lah. But every time when you help us to paint the product display, right, you just do it bare hand. I'm so worried about your hands.
No sky yet. Long term. Touch.
Don't add manly lah. Yeah, we
Lazy,
here
lazy.
don't reward you for being manly. You go manly in front of girlfriend. Not here. Just protect yourself. Protect yourself.
All right, for the last which is the 10 irritants, what we were thinking is as we are in pandemic, which is COVID-19, we are asked to like wear masks. Actually, the face mask is actually what's causing the eczema. I found it out is because I wouldn't know is because I don't really have any friends that are like certified hospital doctors, so I don't know if those are went through it or actually face masks. Face mask being one of the main irritants right now as we are in the pandemic.
I observe a lot of people have eczema, particularly seborrheic dermatitis, which is the type that is oily and yellowish around here and here. Here, a lot. And we do have a lot of customers asking us about this.
How to actually treat?
Apply our balm.
Balm
And
also help with
really,
that.
keep your face very dry and clean. I think why face mask will trigger eczema is because when we breathe, right, there's water or
Flying back.
H2O trapping inside the mask, and it's not going out to the air as now without the mask. Like now we don't wear any mask right here now.
No,
Right now, right
we still do outside because this is like in a controlled environment. Still do wear a mask when you're in an uncontrolled environment.
So you will trap the H2O inside, H2O which is water inside the mask, and it will cause a very hot and humid environment inside. As we mentioned before, virus and bacteria
Likes humid
likes
places.
humid and hot environment, and it will grow. It's like a cultivation heaven for them. So it will trigger a lot of skin condition underneath this. And when you wear face mask, right, you cause friction against your skin.
Rubbing just like rubbing.
Yeah, and it will cause some like micro wounds also, and also increase the likelihood of bacteria or virus going into your bloodstream also.
It's not just about the chemical. Because
yeah,
there was like article looking through it because I was like trying to find something to actually prove as you guys we all know there's nothing bad about proven facts. So I was like, it only says is the because what I thought is like bacteria eczema it's just because of the chemical we're not used to we're not supposed to be exposed or even not used to that increases the chances or no it's just may even be the water that's causing it.
Yeah. And the texture of the bacteria of the face mask usually is polyester.
Also
Polyester is not natural and synthetic, right? It's a very common irritant to eczema also. Just like bad shit lah. Or just like your clothes. If you choose to wear something that is synthetic or polyester based, your skin, if you have sensitive skin, is very likely to trigger a flare-ups or an onset of eczema. It's like that.
Right. That's all for this episode. Thank you for listening. But let's just do a recap first of what are the 10 things. 10 things. The last one, let's start from bottom, which is the last one, face mask. Right now, if you guys are wearing face masks, even taking care of yourself, can apply the balm, the lip balm. Is it or not? Yeah.
Apply the balm that will cause a lot of friction. For example, like here or your lips. To somehow protect your skin against the friction to the mask.
For listeners that may know what is the here is the around the cheek area.
The cheek area.
The cheek area and around your nose area.
The nose area. Sorry, here.
The closing spot of the mask is around your nose towards your mouth. Right.
Anywhere that's spiky, is it?
Alright, 9. The next one would be open wounds. Next, food allergies, candle and air freshener, gloves, metals, animal fur, skin irritants, environmental, which is like the muds and what you're exposed to, or even last one being the bed sheets. Yeah. Alright, that's all for today from Herbie's Eczema Podcast.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.